What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for PlayPicks.com. Going to talk a massive Thursday night football game between the Chargers and the Chiefs. Chargers heading to Kansas City in what could be a game that talks a lot about what happens in the AFC this season. Guys, as always, please hit that subscribe button down below. Please give us a thumbs up. And also in the comment section, let us know how you're playing this game. Do you like the Chargers? Do you like the Chiefs? Do you like one side of the over-under? You taking a pass, whatever it might be, be sure and let us know. And of course, as always, head to dkpicks.com if you want that free $25 over at DraftKings Sportsbook or PlayPicks/bonus. And you can look at all of our bonus offers for everything that we've got going on here. Now, one of the things you're going to hear about in this game here, guys, right off the bat, let's go ahead and take a look at the weather in this thing. So Chargers and Chiefs, you can see at kickoff, 35 degrees at halftime, 34, going to be down to 33 degrees as we get closer to the end of the game here. This is a big concern here. This winds, you see 10 to 18 miles an hour. They're saying even in the description right here, gusting up to 25 miles per hour in this game. As we know, that certainly affects passing games and kicking games whenever we get winds into that type of miles per hour. So again, just something to keep in mind as you are kind of looking at this game and how you want to go about playing this game right here. What we've got: Chargers 10-3 on the season, 5-2 at home, 5-1 on the road, 7-6 against the spread. Certainly going to make the playoffs. They're way ahead in the wild card. Really just an outside chance of winning the division here, and maybe even overall. Some things fell their way. Chiefs 11-2 on the season, 6-0 at home, 5-2 on the road, 8-4-1 against the spread for this team. Of course, they're leading the AFC West right now as we sit. These two teams played back in week one. Chiefs won 38-28. Phillip Rivers threw for 424 yards in that game. Still lost the game there. If you're a trends sort of person, the home team on Thursday night so far this season, if you count the Thursday Thanksgiving games, 12-3 on the season. All right, let's scroll down here just a little bit. Of course, as always, head to playpicks.com. Nate has a full write-up of this entire game, so you can read full breakdown from top to bottom here, but we're going to just kind of go over some of the points here. As you can see, 3.5 is where we sit, 52.5 all the way up to 53.5, depending on which book, DraftKings, 888, FanDuel, and BetStars here. Guys, 54% of the bets, 51% of the money is on the Chiefs, 66% of the tickets, and 67% of the money is on the over in this game. As we just talked about, could be some serious weather concerns for this thing. I mean, look, if we have sustained winds of 15 to 18 miles an hour and gusts of up to 25, could start seeing this total fall a little bit. I'm sure a lot of guys will be paying really close attention to the weather as we get closer to kickoff here. Some injury news, of course. Melvin Gordon questionable. Adam Schefter came out and said that it would be, quote, challenging for Melvin Gordon to play on Thursday night. I think that pretty much means he's not going to play. Austin Eckler already out with a concussion, so that's their top two running backs out. Cornerback Trevor Williams is questionable as well. On the Chiefs side of the ball, Sammy Watkins is still going to be out. Spencer Ware is on the very, very bad side of questionable. I think they wanted to go ahead and just rule him out, but they have not. Left guard Cam Irving is questionable with a knee injury. But for the Chiefs, on the good side of things, they are looking to get the season debut of Eric Berry. Probably will play limited snaps, but still getting him back on the field. He's a leader. He's a playmaker. Can only be good for this Chiefs team for sure. As again, you can read all the breakdown here that Nate's got going on with everything. But let me just run through some stats right here on the offensive side of the ball for the Chargers. 28.2 points per game. That's fifth in the league, 6th in total yards, 16th in red zone touchdown percentage, so about right there in the middle, 11th in offensive rush percentage, 5th in rush yards per attempt. But of course, rush yards per attempt included Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler, neither of which are going to be in the backfield tonight. 26th in pass attempts, but 9th in pass yards and 2nd in pass yards per attempt. So while they don't want to throw it a ton, they are efficient when they do throw the ball. Offensive line, 16th graded run blocking unit, 25th graded pass blocking unit. They are, if we look at the Chiefs here, 36.2 points per game. That is number one in the league by nearly 2 points. So they are scoring a ton of points, but if you watch the Chiefs, you know that anyway. first in total yards, third in red zone touchdown percentage, 21st in offensive rush percentage. So they're throwing a little bit more than they are passing here, obviously. 7th in rush yards per attempt, however, but of course, that was with Kareem Hunt. So we have two teams here that have good rushing statistics, but rushing statistics that don't have anything to do with the people that are going to be in their backfield tonight in this game. 9th in pass attempts, 3rd in pass yards, 1st in pass yards per attempt. Offensive line, 7th, run blocking unit, 8th, pass blocking unit. Obviously, of course, with these passing statistics, it's not going to be crazy for you whenever you've watched what Patrick Mahomes has done this year. Pace, Chargers 32nd, dead last in the league in pace. They play a slow, deliberate pace. Chiefs 13th in pace. Scroll down here if you want to keep reading along on the article here. We got on the defensive side of the ball, Chargers giving up 20.8 points per game, 9th overall DVOA defense, 14th overall is graded by Pro Football Focus, 8th in total yards per game allowed, graded 24th against the run, so you can get at this Chargers team on the ground, 13th in rush yards per attempt allowed, 8th best pass rush, so they're getting after the passer pretty good. As you can imagine, the return of Joey Bosa could only help with that. 3rd best pass coverage grade, so they've been good in the secondary. 7th in pass yards per attempt allowed. So basically, we've got a defense here that's getting after the passer pretty well. They're playing well in coverage. One of their cornerbacks, as we mentioned, is questionable to go tonight, but they've definitely given it up on the ground, certainly have given it up on the ground here lately. Joe Mixon just last week with that pathetic Bengals team went for 111 yards against this Chargers team on the ground. For the Chiefs on defense here, I'll scroll a little bit more for you. For the Chiefs on defense here, 27 points allowed per game, 26th overall DVOA, 22nd ranked overall by Pro Football Focus, 30th in yards per game allowed, graded 31st against the run, 31st in rush yards allowed per attempt, 3rd best pass rush. They have been actually getting, and if you watch this Chiefs team, you've seen them get to the passer time and time again. Certainly, if you saw that last week against the Ravens, were able to sack Lamar Jackson 3 times in that game. 26th graded pass coverage, 36th in pass yards allowed per game. However, now if this is something to think about, that's a little bit of a misleading stat whenever you look at it. 32nd, they're last in the league in yards allowed per game, in pass yards allowed per game. However, everybody's trailing against this team all the time, so they have to abandon the run completely and just throw the ball. So while that is a stat, it is still a stat that's a little misleading, and that's evidenced by the fact that they are 15th in yards per pass attempt allowed. So, I mean, that's just, they're right there in the middle of the league as far as what they're giving up per attempt. However, just the volume has it to where they're giving up so many yards per game. So we'll roll down here. And of course, guys, as always, we've got the 500 and free bets at BetStars. They're giving up stuff like, this at BetStars, if Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce score plus 225. Over at the FanDuel Sportsbook, if Rivers goes for over 300 and the Chargers win, you can get plus 370 on that one over there. And of course, like we mentioned, the $25 free at DraftKings Sportsbook that we've got that you can take advantage of, and up to a $500 free bet. So that's another one of the things they're running here for the next 3 weeks. So taking a look at the picks, and before I give the picks here, guys, if you are able to guess the exact score tonight, put it in the comments. If you guess the exact score, I'm going to send you an Amazon gift card. If there are multiple winners, I'll pick 3 to 5, something like that, to give out as well. But if 20 of you get it, we're not going to give out 20 different gift cards. We'll do a drawing for that or whatever. But again, exact score in for tonight's game. Obviously, let me know who's going to win. It has to be the exact score of the Chargers, exact score of the Chiefs. We'll send you an Amazon gift card for that. All right, let's make a case for the over in this game. And the case for the over would just be the Chiefs are the best offense in the football in the NFL right now, and they have one of the weaker defenses in the NFL right now. So that would mean they score at will, the Chargers answer back, and we get into a shootout basically like we did in week 1 where we saw that score go to 38-28. The other thing that could just be, that could happen here for the case of the over is they've got big play guys as well. So you have splash play guys on the Chiefs side and on the Chargers side. You've got, a Tyrell Williams on the Chargers side who, can get you a 50, 60 yard bomb. You have obviously Tyreek Hill on the Chiefs side of the ball that we've seen take 90-yard punt returns. We've seen him take 75-yard screens. We've seen this guy turn everything into touchdowns, and obviously that can assist in leading to an over in a game. The case for the under, first and foremost, the weather that we showed at the top of this, at the top here. I mean, obviously, look, you can take a look, and this is just from one of the Kansas City news sites here. You can see 35 at kickoff, 34 at halftime, 33. And again, they're talking about kind of a wintry mix, wet, possible wet and snowflakes. They're talking about wind gusts of up to 25 miles an hour in this game. So, of course, if you want to play, if you're looking at the under there, that certainly could be a factor. Another thing could just be the Chiefs are actually holding opponents to 18.7 points per game at home. So while they're, giving up over 27 points a game at home, they are much, much better. Phillip Rivers has historically struggled at Arrowhead over the course of his career. And of course, the Chargers just play, maybe the Chargers just play a defensive scheme aimed at preventing the big play. So if they do that, that could also lead to an under as well. All right, guys, no real player props in this one, considering I don't really know what the weather's going to be like and so many injuries and things like that. So I don't know. Maybe if a player prop jumps off the page, I'll put it in the comments a little bit later. But as of right now, I didn't see any that I really liked in this thing. As far as the bets go, look, with full health, I would be backing the Chargers in this situation. I would think that Melvin Gordon, the combination of Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler would be able to exploit the exploitable run defense of the Chiefs here, but that is just not going to be the case. They're going to be heading into this game with their third and fourth string running backs in this thing in bad weather conditions and in a game where, look, at the end of the day, the Chargers just play better at home. The defense plays better at home, and the addition of Eric Berry can only help this defense that has struggled a little bit so far this season. You look at this, I mean, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and even look, Damian Williams is going to fill in at running back for the Chiefs in this game. And Damian Williams just played a decent amount. You probably remember the name from the Dolphins, played down there in Miami. Certainly a capable back to go in and fill in here, and certainly a guy that can catch passes as well. He's a good pass catcher. I understand it's 3.5. I don't like the hook as much as you do. Maybe there'll be some last minute money come in on the Chargers and we can get this thing at 3. That being said, even at that, I think the Chiefs play well at home here. I'm going to take the Chiefs at home to cover. This has nothing to do with the trends of teams, going crazy on Thursday nights and things like that. I just think that the Chiefs, with the injuries that we're looking at here on both sides of the ball, still just grade out better position by position here. And I'm going to take the superior. Take the superiorly talented team in this one. I'm going to take the Chiefs. As far as that goes, I think with the way that this weather situation is going, and with the way that I still think the Chargers are going to want to establish or at least try to establish the run here against the Chiefs, considering the Chiefs are so bad against the run. And also the Chargers play so slow and deliberately. And I think they're going to want to play slow and deliberately and keep this Chiefs team off the field. Of course, they played in week 1. They didn't know how prolific this offense was going to be for the Chiefs. So for me, I'm going to be playing the under in this one as well. I imagine this number, as this starts to kind of make the rounds, I think that number is going to probably start to fall. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching this video. Please click the subscribe button down below. Give us a thumbs up. Tell us in the comments who you're playing in this game, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Maybe it's a pass. I don't know, whatever it might be. But whatever it's going to be a fun game for sure. 2 teams that are playing very, very well. DKPicks.com for free $25 over at DraftKings Sportsbook. And, of course, playpicks.com/bonus for all of our sportsbook and DFS bonus offers. Thanks, guys. We'll be back for Sunday Night Football. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. While you're here, hit that subscribe button right down below. Make sure you never miss a video. When you get done doing that, please head to playpicks.com/bonus for the very best deposit bonus and free money offers on the internet.